Recently, I put out a video discussing a Tusk foot peg and whether or not it was a good option. If you haven't seen it, head over and check it out to give this video some context. Looking for another option, I decided to give the FastWay Evo 4 foot pegs a try. They're more expensive than the Tusk pegs and they have some strong claims. What's up everybody, I'm Mitch. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Fit for Moto. If you've never been here before, thanks for checking this place out. And if you're coming back, thank you very much. Today's video is all about the FastWay foot pegs. Now I picked these foot pegs in particular over stock and over the Tusk foot pegs that I had. I'll put a link for that video below or somewhere around here and how you can check that video out. But I picked these in particular for a few reasons. We're gonna try them out, we're gonna see what I think of them, how are they heavy, do they wear well, price-wise, where do they fit in, all that good stuff. Are these a good foot peg for you to pick up? But first, we gotta roll that intro so we can figure it out, talk about it, and best of all, get on the track and try these things out. It's my favorite part. Roll the intro, let's do it. Other than the obvious things like they have to look decent and be strong enough to handle some big landings, there are a few key things that I'm looking for in a good foot peg, and you should be too. First, I want them to be sharp. Strong pegs can look cool, but it doesn't mean much if your feet slide off and you're on the ground, so having some sharp teeth is a must. The FastWay pegs come with what is a standard practice now. They have replaceable screws. Now that's a good thing because you can set the height of the screws to allow for some extra dig into the boots. Additionally, like most pegs with these screws, you can replace them when you feel they become worn out, and that's actually pretty easy to do. Next, I want floorboards. The wider, the better. It's not very comforting when you feel like your ankle is acting like a teeter-totter. I want a solid platform for my foot, so if or when I land with my boots slightly back, I don't end up with a broken ankle. I want to feel like there's some support back there. The FastWay pegs are wide, that's for sure. Coming in at 2¼ inches, that's plenty of foot space. And finally, I want them to get rid of mud quickly. This isn't something that you usually think about, but it does become a problem. If the interior portion of the peg is too narrow, and you hit a soft spot or drag them in a deep rut, they just pack with mud. Now that brings us back right to the initial issue of not feeling like you have any traction on the peg. One of the features that pushed me to the FastWay pegs is the wide interior design of them. This will allow them to dump out the extra mud and keep your feet firmly planted. I guess the low profile looks cool, although I'm not entirely sure it provides any sort of help, other than maybe the lower profile will help with dragging through ruts because there isn't the same amount of metal hanging down from their position. Weight-wise, they come in at 307 grams. That's on the heavy side of foot pegs, like really heavy. The Tusk foot peg came in at half that, at 150 grams, and the stock pegs, they were in the middle at about 192 grams. Not that 100 grams will change much for the average guy like you or me, but it's worth noting nonetheless. Installing them is a breeze. There's a website, www.pmbhowto.com, for some instructions. It's actually pretty easy, and compared to some other brands, they install in minutes. Keep in mind when installing the foot pegs, depending on how many shims you put in them will change the angle of the foot peg. Now here, this is a pro tip. This is important because the angle of the foot peg means your position of your knees on the bike will change. Personally, I like more shims because I want the foot pegs to drive my knees into the bike, forcing me to squeeze it more, thus lowering your arm pump a little bit. Additionally, the foot pegs have two positions, the standard position or the low boy position for the taller riders. I certainly don't fit into the low boy category, so I installed them in the standard position. Well, so far they actually seem pretty sweet. They installed really easy on the bike. You can check out that website. Again, I'll put that link below on how you can get that to make the installation a little easier for you, but all in all, they're pretty awesome. I'm really excited to get to the track and try these things out. Let's go. riding with them, they feel pretty great. They have an awesome grip, and in fact, I found that my feet would actually feel like they were stuck to them from time to time. Now, that may sound like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. I want them to feel like a fly stuck to some fly tape. Again, compared to the stock pegs, they're incredibly noticeable and in a good way. That gives you extra security on the bike. You feel like you can actually move it around more with your legs. That leads to more confidence overall on the bike, and that actually leads to just less crashes and more speed. Often the first thing that I put on a bike once I get it are foot pegs. They are one of the must-have upgrades for me. And so far, other than the heavy weight of these things, these pegs for me are crushing the game. Well, there you have it. The FastWay foot pegs. Time will tell on how well these things wear, but so far I actually like them. I like the way they feel, I like the grip they give me, and they're heavy enough that they feel really strong, so I think they're gonna last quite a while, even with the rocks and dragging and ruts and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. I hope it helped you in some way. If so, smash that subscribe button for me. You know I appreciate it. If some other stuff you want me to review, leave a comment, let me know. If you tried these foot pegs, let me know what you think. Hope you liked it. Stay safe, ride safe. We'll see you guys in the next video.